Hello, it's the 17th of November 2024 and this is our 1958 Prefect, and Geoff's been doing some restoration work and he's going to tell you what's been going on and how long we've had it and everything. Who's Geoff?
Hello everyone. Yes, this is 58 Prefect. It's not the deluxe Prefect, it's the standard Prefect, which is they did two options, and the best way to tell the difference is the fact that this one's only got one sun visor. So Ford's economised a bit by only putting one on it and made it a standard Prefect. Anyway, I digress. 1958, it's been in storage many years at different times. I think the last time I looked up some of the paperwork we got with it, it was something like 30 years it had been in storage. So it's really low mileage. I can't guarantee the mileage, but just looking at the car underneath, it's as solid as a rock. It's never had any welding done to it. So and the interior is quite nice. There's one little bit of damage in the interior, but I sort of wanted to leave it really and not put new cloth in it. So we've done that. But it's showing 27,000 miles on the clock, and I quite believe it, the way it drives and the way it looks. So anyway, I'll give you a little bit of a walk around with it.
How many years have we owned this?
Oh,
about 14
well, the
years,
tax
something
says
like that.
2012, which would have been the last time we taxed it. But I think we've had it about 14 years, something like that.
And we've had it in storage for years as well.
So we've added to the storage part of it all. Anyway, I'll show you, have a look. It's not absolutely perfect. Just done a mop of the bodywork, a mop of the paintwork, and there are still blemishes and little bits and pieces on it, but I don't want to go too mad on it because, as I always say to people, everyone can have a perfectly restored car, but how many people have a nice original one? So I've left it as original as I possibly can. So we'll have a little look inside. We'll start on this front door, passenger door. I was Ruth's camera and handbag. But a lovely little feature on the dashboard. Oh, by the way, we've been in contact with the owners, one of the people of the family who bought it brand new in 1958. And
Jonathan Abraham.
Yeah, and he said it came from Great Portland Street. And sure enough, on the dashboard there's a sticker that would have been there supplied when it was new. Herbert and Mills Limited, Great Portland Street. So that's a nice little touch to find on the car. Still there, hasn't been polished away after all these years.
And it's from sort of West London originally, and it spent most of its life in London, sort of Cricklewood, Willesden, because that's what original owners have let us know. It stayed in the family for many years.
There were some things on it that really were not in great condition, like for example the door handles. They had this horrible mazak they were made out of, really badly pitted, and these are all available new now. Got them from a company called Small Ford Spares, and they had them all in stock, and it's got the original keys. We spoke to the fellow who's drone it, he's got a key somewhere, and it's still the same key number because we checked the numbers. So anyway, I put a new rubber mat in purely for sort of just easier to keep it clean and nice and wet feet and all that sort of stuff.
Bought that ready-made, didn't we?
Yeah, best will in the world. These don't keep water out that great, but the only other thing we did when we first got it, the seats were quite saggy, so put new foams in the seats. So
the foam had actually crumbled.
Yeah, it looked like a load of sand in the car.
Yeah.
In fact, I think there's still some in there.
Yeah, literally piles of what looks like yellow sand. It's just crumbled foam, so we've done that.
These cars have great memories for me because as a young kid, me and my mum and dad and my brother used to go down to Devon or Dorset on holiday in one of these, believe it or not, a two-door one, and roof rack on the top, all the stuff in the boot, how we did it, I don't know, because my dad was the same size as me, so it was quite a squeeze in there. But it took something like 6 or 7 hours to get there from East London.
And the reason we actually bought it was when I was very, very young. My late mum, she owned a Fort Prefect, and I remember the registration. It was 77 BLK. I remember that, but I don't remember any other registration.
I can equal that because my mum and dad's one was 459 AX. So how we tend to remember these things.
Well, yeah, you remember the oldest cars, but you don't remember the new ones.
So anyway, going round the back, I've done one sort of modern alteration to it, and I've put radial tyres on it.
Safety reasons.
Yeah, it just makes it easier to drive. So coming round the back, the only thing I'm not sure of is I've got a spare wheel there with a tyre on it. It's got the original jack still in its Hessian pretty rotten sack.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
that's a nice clean and clear boot.
Yeah.
Normally full of rubbish.
I know. So I may put a carpet in there to, just stop this all drumming.
I mean, can't get these.
Yeah, the boot handle is Prefect only. The Anglia and the Popular have a different handle, and you can't buy them new. And this one's really too far gone to get re-chromed. So I may sort of rub it down and fill it and actually get it spray chromed, but I'll keep looking because you never know, a better one might turn up. I'd like to keep to original stuff if I can.
Well, you cleaned the bumper up and that looks like new.
Good old.
It looks new, but it's not. It hasn't been re-chromed. Well, to our knowledge, I don't know.
It had a little bit of surface rust on it, and I did the old trick with kitchen foil. Just lightly screw up a piece of kitchen foil into a ball. If it's a little bit of rust, just run it under a tap. Takes it straight off, and that's exactly what I did with this. Or if it's a little bit more rust, spray it with WD-40 and do the same thing instead of water. Good tip.
Little tip.
Coming round again.
Really good. It's lovely condition considering it's 1958.
You can see there's still some of the sand out the seats in the back there.
Oh no, is it still there? Oh God.
Well, it adds character to it.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's still bits of old foam, so we replaced the foam, but it looks like sand.
If you've got one of these and you see all this sand appearing in the floor, you know what it is. It's the foam going
rotten. You've not been on the beach. but the upholstery itself is amazing condition, which...
There's that little bit over the side there, and I really don't want to do that. I'm going to put a bit of glue on it and stick it back on. I don't want to take all that arch out and put a new piece of fabric in that won't look the same, so I want to keep it as it was.
But this, I think, proves about the low mileage, because the upholstery, the covers of the upholstery have not been replaced, and they're really good.
You can see that the front seats are as good as the back seats.
Ah.
So, quite often you see cars that have been used by two people and the back seats are perfect, the front ones are worn out, but look at them. These are original seats in very, very good condition.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? So that mileage, that's why it makes you think the mileage probably is genuine, because the seats, they look brilliant condition, the seats.
Right. One thing I have found...
I'll get in. Okay. Gonna get in these only little cars.
One thing I did find on the internet, which I bought, on these gauges, a bit dusty. On the gauges, you've got the fuel gauge obviously at the top, and all they've got down the bottom is telling you where the gears are, because it's a 3-speed gearbox. But what I've found is, as an optional extra, you could buy a temperature gauge that went in there, where the gear change script is. So I've got it. I've got to get it refurbished, but I've got it, and that's a really, really unusual thing to find. And also, you can see one sun visor, basic Prefect. Interior light,
works.
that's as good as it gets.
The heater works.
Oh, the heater's lovely. typical Ford. Old Fords always had great heaters, and this one's no exception.
Is that the original handbook?
No, that's just one off there.
Okay.
Right, the heater, all very, very primitive. You got the settings for the heater are down here. The switch is over here. That's the switch for the heater. But what you've got the vents up here that really don't have much coming out of them. But to get the heat air out the vents, you have to shut all these flaps. 2 on the side and 1 there, and then the heat comes out the top. So if you want to warm your feet up, you have to do that.
I love it.
And if you really want to warm your feet up, you have to do that, and then the sides open. So it's all very, very primitive. No dashboard.
No radio.
No radio. We'll sing to ourselves.
Yeah, no wireless.
The headlining's quite good.
It is actually.
A little bit of glue staining, which you're going to get that. And again,
but it's all original.
I don't think these headlinings are available now. You would not get this design. So I want to leave it as it. I want to leave it as it is.
Yeah.
So,
and what, you didn't replace those fobs? The door fobs, they're really lovely, aren't they?
What, these?
Yeah.
Oh, when we first got them, I managed to find some new ones, not new ones, but replacement ones of these because they were quite worn. So yeah, I've replaced those. But
so you pull it to shut.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see if I can find what I've done with the key, and I'll show you how good it is to start.
I'll go and get out the driving seat. These are really tiny cars. We're rather compact, to put it mildly. So makes me forget out. Okay.
Pop the bonnet. I'm just going to pull the bonnet. It has actually got an internal bonnet release, which is nice. Turn the key, and no sprung-loaded starter. It's
3-speed gears.
And also, it's got the good old vacuum wipers, all original. You turn this, and that's vacuum operated.
Love it. Are they the ones that go faster the faster you go and slow down?
No, they go slower.
The other way round.
If you go up a hill, they will virtually stop, and what you have to do is lift your foot off quick to get a little bit of vacuum to give you one sweep of the wipers. So, going round under the bonnet. There we go. Little dinky. Little side valve engine. I've got 1172 CT, I think now. There it is. I've done a couple of bits to it. I had to get a water pump replacement done on it. And I've done all the usual electrics, new coil and points and plugs and distributor cap. Got the washers working. It's got the original. Well,
come round.
It's not an original Tudor wash bag because none of these were fitted with washers from new windscreen washers. And I remember when my dad had one, this law came out that all cars had to have windscreen washers. And I remember him drilling a hole in exactly the same place, putting it all here and hanging a bag under there, and you've got the push button squirt on the dash. And every car had to have them that didn't have an opening windscreen. If you've got an opening windscreen, which some older cars did have, or haven't got a windscreen, you don't need washers. So, but this one has. And I've replaced the pipe and put a couple of valves in line, and it all works lovely. But as you can hear, quite a nice. Sounds really nice. I've checked the chassis plate is matching numbers still, so the engine's still all original as it the new one, as it was from new. So that's it.
And what about the wing mirrors? It doesn't have any wing mirrors, and we're discussing what do we do.
I remember
for
as
safety's sake.
I remember as a young mechanic, we used to have to fit mirrors on all cars because most of them didn't have them as original. So we're going to get something in keeping with the period, and then we'll sort of.
For safety.
I'll drill a hole here either side so that Because at the moment, all you've got is that tiny little interior mirror,
which isn't enough.
and you can't see an awful lot through that.
So we don't like altering things to, you know, modernise or change, but you do have to think of practicality and safety, and that mirror's minute.
Back in the day, all cars had mirrors, really, because you know, people just fitted them on. It's just that the manufacturers used to find it easier, just cheaper, just to sell them without mirrors, so you could do them yourself. Another little feature I also like, which to me shows an originality, are these headlights. They are the original, out of the factory, Lucas headlights with bulbs in. And you can see by the script on there and the glass, these are factory original headlights. And I love that. I love that little feature.
And you clean the front bumper up as well.
Yeah, same thing. Good old kitchen foil screwed up lightly.
And the badge isn't too bad, is it? The front not too bad.
I've actually got a couple. I've managed to find a couple of these on eBay, because one of them wasn't great, but it's not too bad.
No. Not bad actually. What's that colour called? Not Winchester blue. I keep forgetting what colour it's called.
I can't remember.
Oh, the blue. Oh, I can't remember.
But some of the other things, like I say, the Mazak, yeah, no matter how much you try and look after them, it don't come out great. These Ford of England badges on the side are new as well. They're remanufactured now.
Where'd you get them from? That Ford Spares
Yeah,
Club?
small Ford Spares. I go there for most of the stuff I need on this.
Can we join the owners club now, haven't we?
Yeah, we're in the side valve owners club with it. So, so that's it, I think. That's about.
Yeah, there's no damage or anything.
You've got to have a listen to this hooter.
Oh, the hooter.
And of course, we've got the indicators on the indicators on the steering, in the centre of the steering wheel like that, and they do cancel as well. And it's got a.
Oh, I love that. Go on, do it again. I love that noise. I love that. Proper old car hooter.
So I think that's about it. I think we've gone round it and said all about it, and you'll probably see it out and about in shows if you're in our area. And yeah, we'll be buzzing around in it. You may even see it around Rayleigh being used.
Yeah, that's where we live, in Rayleigh in Essex. Yeah.
So anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the story of our little Prefect.
Thanks then. I'll give him another little walk around, Jenna. Another little walk around, because I don't think I showed the whole body. I don't think I did. I think I only just filmed too close. I don't think you saw the body, but it's nice, it really is. We're in the car park of the Rayleigh Lodge near where we live. We're trying to find somewhere to film that's quiet. And we've got enough space to walk around. That's where we are. Oh yes, yes, I've just seen the tax disc. Look at that. That's the last time it was taxed. Okay, so here we are, just a quick panorama. Car park of the Rayleigh Lodge. Okay, thank you and goodbye.